that one.
We should have brought you ice fishing this weekend.
Did you catch anything?
No, I mean I don't know ice fishing, but my son loves
Dylan's gone ice fishing twice and they didn't catch
Oh,
anything.
they catch perch all the time, but
perch usually.
or pike. There was some huge pike caught in.
This is Rob's balcony in Seattle.
Really?
Wow.
Oh wow. There's one more if you flip the other way. It shows
But then we were out at the boat
wow,
and
right
I heard
by
this
that needle.
noise that sounded like a frog or something underneath the deck. My God, what is that
There's
noise?
the bait. That's all off the balcony.
Gator.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So sure enough, I look, it's a baby gator. It's probably about that big.
So
Calling
that's
for the
probably Olympic
Right? So
Peninsula.
then I
That's
have a
probably
video of that too,
Vancouver
because as
Island.
soon as I realized
No,
it was a baby
that's,
gator, I looked in
Mama
the water
Cave.
and there's the mama, like literally right
That's
outside the
Alki Beach.
pontoon.
And
And then over to the right, there's another big gator,
Olympic
probably the
Peninsula.
daddy gator,
Because
right?
you can see
So
from
she didn't get on
Seattle,
the
you can
land,
see
but she just
both
stood there to see what was going on.
Olympic Peninsula
So
and
next day we go to
Vancouver
look again, and they
from
must
some
have moved
spots,
it,
can't you?
I
Because
think
there's
they moved
a
it
what's
so
the
they stopped down.
narrow bay that
Huh.
goes between the two?
Elliott Bay?
Huh?
Elliott?
No.
Puget Sound?
But
No,
yeah,
it's
you
a-
hear
it's a-
shotguns going
it's
off
a
all the time.
Spanish
They
name, I
shoot
think.
them up
Gator?
all
Oh,
the
Puget
time,
Sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Michelle's
Well, you had a
gator.
wild boar out there too.
Yeah,
That's
Puget
Spanish.
Sound
We
goes
saw the
between the
gators
two.
and the
isn't
wild
it?
horses when we went
Puget
out.
Sound is right there at the heart of
Pontoon.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Elliott
Well, they're not
Bay.
wild
And
horses.
then further
They
north
weren't
is
wild?
Wanda.
Oh,
they're
ranch.
horses.
Okay, what's the one that goes
Oh, okay.
between
Yeah.
the Olympic
Cows,
Peninsula
yeah.
and
Yeah, those are
Vancouver?
some-
They were cool though. They were having
Because-
fun in the water. Oh my God, it was
Wanda
great.
Fuca.
Yeah.
Fun to
Oh,
watch
yeah,
them.
wild
Wanda
horses.
Fuca?
Yeah.
Because you got the Olympic Peninsula, then you come down, and what's this big bay there, what do you call that?
The season we had,
And
like,
Seattle's over here,
fly
That's
season
Puget
like crazy.
Sound.
You couldn't
Puget
even, like,
Sound,
unless you're in the
and then up
water,
over here you got
unless
Vancouver
you're in the water,
Island.
you'd be like wrapped head to foot. And there were so many little sand crabs.
So
you
here's
couldn't
the-
come up with them. There's so many of them.
Oh,
So like I was
wow.
sitting there and like
Puget
you just
Sound
watch
runs all
these
the way
little
down.
clear, they were clear looking.
Are you staying at
Okay,
your
I'm
house?
talking about this big, this big thing
Yeah,
here.
That's
everything.
Vancouver.
This is the Olympic
So,
Peninsula,
it's
there's Vancouver
We
Island,
get there, the
and what's
first
this
You
day.
made
big
dinner, you said?
bay area
Yeah,
here.
he's
Flies
making
like
dinner
a
That's
for
not
everyone.
all
Yeah,
Puget
out at the
Sound?
picnic tables.
Corned beef
We
and salad
went,
tonight.
We ended up like being inside
How's
the tent
Erica
the entire
doing?
time.
Straight
How
up.
did
I mean, I saw her today, but I didn't really get a
Okay,
chance to
yeah.
talk to her.
Yeah,
I don't know.
actually,
Because I've driven all around this.
But that night.
And I've gone over here
Plugging away.
to Vancouver, taken a boat over, and I've hit most of this in
Keeping
Vancouver.
busy.
And you can see right across here fairly
And
easy.
Caleb.
And I've been over here and I've
Yeah,
seen
Caleb's married
killer whales.
and he's living in
Not
Townsend. I think.
uncommon
When
to
did they
see
get
killer
married?
whales all the time.
This past
And
year.
good salmon fishing too.
Everything was so cute.
Okay, so I thought this was, yeah, it's not what
Maybe 40.
and another time when I was down there, I go around the Olympic Peninsula, all these boats in the water
But
around
he's
here,
not married a girl named
they do a
Hannah.
lot of
She's a
shrimping,
teacher.
don't they? Is it
She's an art
shrimping?
teacher.
They go for squid.
Caleb's doing some.
No, it wasn't squid, I thought
He's
this
actually
was
working with a company in the
shrimp.
Bobby for
Everything got
installing
all
security
wet and
systems.
so.
Okay.
And they have glaciers on the Olympic Peninsula, which is surprised me. I
Long
go,
time
oh,
ago, right?
glaciers.
Yeah, and that's closed down.
Yeah.
And over here,
Then you
But
have
they really
like
did
security
talk about that.
systems. And now Bob works for MITRE, also doing security stuff.
Okay.
When we were on the beach,
But
they
yeah,
came
Caleb
down the
is,
beach, they went
working
into
at
the
Bob
water.
this is not Google, I'm not
Taylor
sure
is
that
in
it's
school.
They were out in
Is
the
it
woods
Google?
there,
Really?
and then they had come right to
Working
our
towards a
tent,
business
like,
degree.
That's cool.
And she
Whereas,
works a
how do the
lot.
boys
She works
remember
at,
that?
Okay,
trip?
the Olympic National Park, I've been,
Where-
I've gone
what
up to
school's
there.
that?
I'll have to remember to ask them next time
From-
we see them.
Yeah,
Because they probably
Eureka,
remember it
that's
being
not
cool.
Eureka, that's,
Yeah.
I think UMass.
oh, that's not the one I'm
Who's this?
thinking of.
Taylor? Right, Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's the UMass.
But there's Port Angeles, there's a pulp mill
What
there.
year?
Jacket's falling.
What year is she?
Oh, really? I knew there was a naval base.
Almost.
There's a pulp mill
That's
there,
how you
and, I've driven all around there.
I gave him a
road
piece of
there.
my
She was
bread.
born
Yeah, there's essentially one
that's
road
why.
to get you.
I want to give him a piece. Why
And then I
Yeah, so she
came
would be
where
a
I
senior
stayed
there probably.
for a couple of weeks, was
So she's
over here,
caught my
not
sense. He's
for.
very
My
That's
boyfriend's
fine.
daughter goes there, UMass Lowell. She's a sophomore though.
Rob.
Is she in the business school? UMass Lowell's huge. I'm guessing
She
Taylor might
is,
not know.
you're welcome, she's studying environmental science?
around.
Yeah. I think that's what she's doing.
Yeah, that
Aberdeen.
sounds right.
Aberdeen, Rayland, Westport, no, that's not the one I stayed at. But that's beautiful, that Olympic Peninsula is beautiful.
Yeah, that's
Aberdeen
amazing.
is the home of Kurt
This-
Cobain.
River going out of the Olympic Peninsula is where they train,
The one who killed himself?
Yeah.
Seals?
no,
With the crazy girlfriend? What's her name?
Courtney Love.
Yeah.
Oh.
oh, what do you call it? seaside, not, what do they call
I don't know.
them? I don't know. But what's the police and the thing that take care of all the coastlines of the United States?
Coast Guard.
Coast Guard.
Oh, yeah, they have Coast Guard cutters.
That's where they train Coast
They
Guard,
guard
because you
the
go out of this here,
You know what do you call them?
People that
Westport,
guard the coast?
you go out of here, they got the highest.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, it is crazy. I wanted to go fishing one day, can't because it's too wild. So they said, okay, it's calm now. So we go out, and I'm going on a boat, and we're going up. We're on a 40-foot boat. We go up, you don't see anything. You get top of the wave, all these other
No
boats.
way.
You down to, oh man,
No way.
it was something else, and that's where they train the Coast Guard for these crazy waves and stuff.
Tell them about the boat trip you took with your friends.
Oh, I broke my back?
Yeah.
That's not exciting.
Oh.
Well, we got I get seasick, so I use the sea bands and I take the medicine. And my son gets seasick too, so he had sea bands on. He took the medicine. So we're going out, and it's pretty choppy when it was supposed to be no choppy. So we're going out like 6 in the morning. We're going out. And then Dylan gets sick, and then another kid, like as soon as one person gets sick, it's like contagious. So then another person got sick. So the guy that we went with is my friend's husband. He's like a serious fisherman. He's like, listen, if we're going out, whether people get sick or not. So then his wife's like flipping out, like, we gotta go back, everybody's getting sick, blah, blah, blah. So he's hauling ass back.
Now where is this?
In Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, go ahead.
But the waves, I mean, it's gotta be like a 5 or 6 foot swell. And like, this is a small boat. It's like, a 10-person boat or something like that.
Yeah.
So we're going, we're sitting, we're all sitting, which is probably the worst thing. So we're like going like this, and I've got a pretty messed up back. And like the third time I came down, and I swear, like I herniated a disc. I fell to the ground, the boat stopped, it was awful. I think I was in pain for almost 2 years after that.
Wow.
So now they have like bean bags on the boat for people to sit on. Everybody has to sit. All these rules now because of what happened to me. But it was awful. I'm like, I'm not ever going out on the ocean again.
At least not with them.
You go out there to there, I'm going to tell you, they're not 4 or 5 foot or 10 foot or 20
I'll
foot.
stay in the
These like 30,
intercoastal,
40
I'll go
foot
in open.
swell
Yeah.
because
Yeah, no
the river's
way.
coming out, the tide's coming in.
No way.
But once you get past that,
You couldn't pay me enough money.
yeah.
We had 30 some odd foot swells in a big cruise ship, and you could feel that pretty good.
Oh, see, that's
we
what
hit a
I'm worried about.
microburst. We came into Bermuda on the tail end of a hurricane, and we left Bermuda, and they got hit by a tropical storm, all within a period of 7 days.
Wow.
We got to the island, and they
Yeah,
had no
walking by,
power,
walking
and
by.
I mean, I have
Come back
pictures.
and
They
buy.
were devastated.
Wow.
How long ago was
What
that?
hurricane was that?
That was in what year? 2000, probably 16.
Maybe it was
The
Wilma?
one year I
What
boarded
month
up our
did you go?
house
It was in October.
was in 2020. That's
Probably
when
Wilma.
that category 5 was stuck on stupid on Bermuda for 2 days. Like it stopped and it's just going
Well, thank
and
God
going
that
and going.
missed us. Thank
Yeah.
goodness.
That was the one hurricane I did board up for, and I'm telling you, for 2 days it was on top of Bermuda and did
Yeah,
not
Yeah.
move.
just screwed
Well,
us.
it was probably the same one because they originally.
2020, she said.
No, okay, it wasn't 2020. I definitely.
Oh, I know.
It was a
But-
category
2000
5.
It was,
that was Wilma,
In
probably.
2020,
No,
I
it
know a
wasn't
hurricane that
2005.
Oh,
was.
no,
was
Wilma
2000.
happened.
That was the COVID hurricane.
Sorry.
Devastated
Bermuda-
everything.
The Bermudians didn't originally. The first storm started out as a tropical storm, and they underestimated the power of it. So they didn't
Do anything.
they didn't do anything. They
Because you
left.
jump for a tropical.
Not for a tropical
They
storm.
left their boats
Yeah.
out on their moorings, and they didn't pull them out of the water. And I mean, there were boats washed
get
up
around
on
me?
shore. It
Yeah,
was
I
Well,
just
usually
bad.
they keep the boats in the water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was bad. Yeah,
Bad.
but I can't remember what was the name. Hurricane.
How bad was it?
I don't know all the names.
No.
It's alphabetical, isn't it? That's all we know.
Oh,
That's one.
That
went
was
out in the
Wilma.
That's the one that went out in the
That was
ends of the
Wilma.
home and then came
Yeah,
straight
that
back
was Wilma.
across.
yeah, that was Wilma. That's the one I lost electric for almost 3
Wilma.
weeks.
Yeah, so
The things coming across, right? I
that was
stopped going over it.
2005.
Well, all of a sudden,
Wilma was
Nothing.
classified?
Nothing.
beautiful sunshiny day.
Everybody
Oh, yeah.
runs out their
Post
house,
light.
The
grabbing
eye.
the tree
Post
branches
light.
and the garbage
Hour.
cans.
And then all of a sudden, the other side comes through. Holy
Yeah.
Yeah, and this one's in the garage and goes to open up the door to see, and he almost flies out. I say, "You do that again, I'm gonna go tell mom."
I'm telling on you.
Another one we were in, I had the house all
Right
boarded
there.
up. Well, when Andrew went through, that was in 80 or 81, right?
No, that was at 91.
89.
91.
Remember
It
that.
was
91?
early 90s. We were in high school.
91, because I had met Ralph right after that.
You
It was
were
91.
You were married to Ralph already.
No.
Not during Andrew.
Not
91.
Andrew, Dad. We were
I was
in
still in high
school.
Yeah,
school.
you would have been like.
Well, I met Ralph when I was in
We were
high
young.
school.
I was in
but-
college.
I was
Honey,
in college.
you and I and Ralph were outside putting the sliding door up by the
That
glass
wasn't.
door.
That was
wasn't
not Andrew.
Oh,
No, that was not Andrew. That might have been for Katrina or
Katrina.
Katrina.
I was in Boston.
Katrina didn't really hit us though.
No, but we still boarded up. That was the hurricane that we let Murphy, Ralph's cousin, and his dogs come
Yeah.
over.
we had 18 people and 24 animals in the garage.
Oh my god.
But the Willa would push we had two SUVs
No, we had
inside
one SUV inside. I
with
had
4x4s.
4x4s against the back of the truck, pushed the truck up
We
against
had-
the door, set the emergency brake
We had
Okay.
two SUVs on the outside,
trying
and
to.
that was still the wind was still pushing that garage probably 6 inches. 'cause
It
we
was,
had a
it
whole
would,
garage.
it would open, it would actually push the front of the car with the emergency brake down, push the front of the car down 6 to 8 inches every time the wind blew. I
Yeah,
thought if
it
we'd
was
lost
bad.
that door, we would have lost the house.
And you
Yeah.
still live there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Andrew.
Hey, but it's not cold.
No. Andrew.
I always
And
have to say
The
that
hurricane's coming, and Mom or Dad would call us because we were in Port St. Lucie. They're like, "Do you want to come down to our house for the hurricane?" We're like, "Well, who's gonna be there?" "Oh, oh, this many dogs and cat." We're like, "No, we'll go north."
For
And I've always said
Andrew.
that hurricanes are the nicest natural disaster because they let you know 5 days in advance.
Yeah.
If you get hit by a hurricane, it's because you chose to get hit by
Yeah.
a hurricane.
Yeah.
But with Andrew, Ralph's dad had built his house back in, I think, the 70s. And his house was the only one left standing in his entire area. And the only reason why he lost his windows and his doors is because his neighbor did not put his wheelbarrow away. And it came crashing through the roof and everything exploded out.
Oh my
But
gosh.
it took 5 men to hold the bedroom door closed after that happened. That was a bad hurricane.
Andrew, the damage I did to our house and Andrew was her and Donna. Oh, we gotta do. So I went down the shop and got these roof panels, cut them, and nail gunned them to the outside of the windows.
Okay, but why did I do that? It was projected right up until that day to land in Deerfield Beach.
Did it come in Deerfield Beach?
No, because it did a Yui and hit
Devastated
Homestead.
Homestead.
How much damage was done to the house?
Who cares?
But that's what it is. It's like
Just
so
from
many
your
of them are projected
gun?
one way.
Pulling the
and
nails
going
Go
out.
another way because you never know.
That's why we don't ever react about hurricanes.
Yeah.
Well, we don't unless it's a bad hurricane.
We've only been hit by one hurricane in the whole time we lived in Florida.
I want to
That's
say
not
the
true.
one that
One that really affected us was Wilma. That's
Wilma, yeah.
That's when we're about
No.
power 2 weeks.
it. We've been hit with them, but that's because
Yeah, we're
Wilma
on
took the
power
patio
2
down.
weeks.
Yeah,
We
No,
had-
what about
we
the
had a hell of a
one?
good
Remember
time.
where FEMA came out and handed out
Well, it
the
was
food
very
stamps?
nice right afterwards.
That was
The
good.
weather was
No,
The
beautiful.
weather was
What's the
beautiful.
one when
Cooked up everything in the freezer.
yeah, what was that one?
That was
That
wonderful.
was one.
No.
So Dad has
That
a
was Gene
Dad had
Francis,
a
I think.
Francis?
generator.
One of those. Yeah.
Because I only lost
Dad
power
had a
for like
generator
2
put in
weeks.
the
That was
ground to run the
2004.
whole
Yes.
house. Well, it's still sitting in the garage when Wilma comes, right? So he's hooking up the propane tanks to the generator so we can run a few things off of it. So he sends us, me and Mom put the propane tanks in because there's only a couple places you can go to fill them. Put them in the back of the Nissan. Dad straps them down. We go down and fill them up, and the guy opens the back. He goes, "Are you fucking crazy? If you get in a car accident, the two of you are gonna blow up." And I'm like, "Dad didn't tell us that."
If you had gotten in a car accident, it would have taken a seminar to knock those tanks around.
And you guys want to go to Florida?
Yeah,
I remember Francis is when Rob, because Rob had the half electric car, was driving down gas to us because there was no gas.
Yeah.
You couldn't get to work. You couldn't get
We
anywhere.
had, what, 6 5-gallon jugs of gasoline in
Probably
it.
In his electric
I was
car.
dropping them off, and the problem was they weren't capped well. I almost asphyxiated myself. Like, I had the windows open, and I was still getting like high off the fumes. But I would show up, and I was like Santa Claus. People were like, "Oh," because the lines for gas were like an hour long.
Oh yeah.
And that's if they had
after a couple
gas.
of
Yeah.
days, yeah.
Because a lot of places ran out of
Sounds
gas.
fun.
So I went from Portsmouth
birthday
to an
parties
hour
can be
north, and
fun.
then drove.
Yeah.
You go.
Don't get snow days.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a what do you call it? There's a hierarchy of hurricanes. So for a 1,
Yeah,
do
it's
nothing.
I'm still working.
You have a day off, maybe.
Maybe.
Take a nice nap.
Yeah.
For
Two.
2, if
You
it's
think
coming right
about
at you,
boarding up.
yeah, how close is it gonna come?
2, that's pretty
Maybe
low.
What side are we on?
Yeah.
We're gonna be okay.
Alright. 3, board up.
Maybe.
Alright. You know, if it's talking if it's
You
coming
really
at you.
going
Yeah.
up for a 3?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. And then 4,
Get that.
board up, we're going somewhere. And then 5, kiss it goodbye.
Live free
Yeah,
or
we
die.
make a board
Where
up.
do you
Just
put all
go.
these boards that you board up with? Where do you keep all
Garage.
that stuff?
Garage.
Huh?
It's
the
metal
garage.
panels now. You store
Yeah.
them in your garage.
They don't take a lot
Well,
of
Dad's
room.
Boca house, he had it
It's basically
when Mom
heated.
burnt down the kitchen. You
It's
put
like
in
heated.
hurricane force
The metal
windows.
deck you
Yeah,
put
but we
concrete
still
on.
board it up.
Yeah, you still board
Yeah,
up
so-
though. Yeah.
How'd
Yeah,
y'all
that
understand
again, that
How'd
again
you
was
burn down
Mom
the
and
kitchen?
her. I
She
wouldn't
was
have put them up with category
popcorn.
5 and
She
stuff.
was frying
like
popcorn in the oven and she left it there and
She was sick. She had a
Oh,
cold.
forgot.
She wasn't cold.
No, she had a cold, and she decided that she was gonna take a shower. Supposedly
With
turned
the
off the
popcorn?
stove.
Oh.
She likes
She
burnt
thought she
popcorn.
did.
She likes burnt popcorn, but she thought she turned off the
Good
stove
for
and went to the shower. Came out of the shower, and the house is full of smoke. Ran over, opened up
I
the
had a
door,
shower because it's going
with her towel,
beep, beep, beep,
not
beep.
realizing she was butt ass naked in the
Naked.
doorway.
Oh, that's funny.
This is what happened during Ivan.
But Dad thought
Yeah,
she did
you
it on
showed me
purpose
that.
because
Yeah,
she was
I think
complaining
so.
that she wanted to renovate the
But
house.
that was your bad.
Way to do it.
Yeah.
How you doing?
That's what I need to do.
Just burn down.
That's like I was gonna
Yeah.
park my car.
And then went out in the front yard naked.
afternoon. I pulled up there and I was gonna leave it there and the
Water
wind
damage.
blowing. I see the limbs on the ground up there. I said, no, I think I'll park it in front. The stupid pine trees. So I didn't trust leaving it back there because I'd get into a pine tree down through my roof.
Feels like it's 11 o'clock.
What time is it?
Right?
8 maybe?
8:11.
Oh my god.
Feels like 11 o'clock. A long day.
Oh, you guys are getting old. Getting old. I
Her
look
friend
at
comes
everybody
over
today,
to hang out with her at
everybody
the
looks so old in that.
bar in the hotel.
They're probably
And then
looking at
Michelle's
me
like,
and
do you
saying,
want to come
"Well,
down? I'm
you're
like, oh, okay.
old."
She's like, oh my God, you guys look the same, but different. I'm like, yeah, we're old.
Who said that?
I said that to Danielle because she said, you guys look the same, but different. I'm like, no, we're just old.
Was Danielle there today? I missed
No,
it.
no. Her
No,
friend
her friend
Danielle from high
Danielle.
school.
Sorry,
Okay.
that was
My best friend from high school actually lives in
Nashua. No, next town over.
Merrimack? No.
Oh.
Hudson?
Nope, now
Come
that
on.
you guys are quizzing me, I don't know.
Amherst, Milford.
Hey, Rob.
Not
No,
west.
no, I'm gonna have to look at my Facebook.
Wilton?
Pass
No.
that to Rob, please.
Yep.
Thank
East,
you.
not west.
Windham.
What's the town right next to you?
Londonderry.
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 Oh, Londonderry. Okay. I was
Oh,
gonna say Derry.
Londonderry.
Oh, Londonderry.
Not to
She's
be
a big
confused
builder.
with Derry, but it's Londonderry.
Yeah, Michelle's thinking about moving up here.
She's like, come on up here. I got a job for you. Let's go.
Start with moving halfway to Virginia. Close to your
Hey, you don't have
sister.
alligators, you don't have hurricanes, you don't have to board
We have
up.
pretty perfect weather.
Yeah, I would go back to Virginia.
Best of both worlds.
You would?
I can't remember the last
It's a
time
good-
we had a
I
hurricane.
feel like it's
in
That
between.
really
I went to
affected us.
UVA. I loved it there.
Oh,
Pass it
yeah.
on down.
Pass it on down
So
the
good.
line.
Oh, no,
We
I don't
toured
anymore.
UVA, and the boys were like, that was one school they were like, nope, because the tour is all the historic part. They're like, this is like living in a museum. No, thank you.
Wait, how old are they now?
It's a nice town.
19. Well, they'll be
We're
19 in
freshmen
April.
in college.
So they went to
No,
their
they're
rival.
already.
They're Virginia Tech.
They all went to Virginia
Yeah.
Tech?
Yeah.
Different majors, but
Oh, I
They went to
love
Vermont
Maybe
University.
indoor. track. They have an
VT.
8-foot wooden banked indoor track.
So what are they going
The
for?
fastest
compete
track.
Yeah.
Two of them are in
Fastest
business
track I
school.
ever
One of
ran
them's
on.
leaning
That's
towards
really
finance, and one of
amazing.
them's
Vermont.
business information
Virginia
technology,
Tech.
and then
Virginia Tech.
Ethan's in
When
the
did you run on
engineering
that?
department.
College.
Oh,
He's
okay.
looking at
That's
computer
why I didn't
science, but they don't declare until next year.
Oh, so they are, two of them are in business. I was thinking.
It's VT without the
separate.
green.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're doing well.
Yeah, but that's-
they enjoy it.
Wow. What did you say? They were at Vermont?
What?
I was dad
Yeah, you
picking on
found,
the
yeah,
VT.
we went down for
VT.
the graduation, and it was a, student there or something, and he had VT on it,
On his cap
on his cap.
for Virginia Tech.
I was like, oh, a Vermonter!
He thinks he's being all funny.
Yeah,
like,
first dad's like,
Oh,
watch this.
Oh no, the guy
Watch
knew.
this.
The kid knew what I was talking about.
I don't know if he did.
He did. He chuckled. He chuckled.
He's like, I
And then
know
he
where
looked at
you're
his
going.
friend, he
You're
goes,
going
"This
to
guy's
VT,
blue
Vermont." Like,
He's been drinking a little.
That
He
would
did.
be
He knew. He
UVM.
chuckled. Got a laugh out of him.
You weren't shedding your shoes there, though. You weren't
Oh,
leaving a
my
trail.
Oh, my shoes were in good shape. You see them today? Yeah, 39 years on those shoes.
Did you hear the story about him going to Tabor?
Oh, jeez.
Grandparents weekend at Connor's school.
Oh, really?
Like all these really rich people.
This is
What do you
down-
do?
This is down at the Cape, you know.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, he's walking through the gym. He had such old shoes that
They're
they
not
like,
old shoes. Those were good-looking shoes.
they dried up.
They
and
dried
were
up. They did
literally
dry up.
Crumbled.
crumbling. The soles were crumbling off his feet as he walked. Yet there's a picture of him looking at Connor saying like, nice haircut, because Connor had this goofy,
Right, yeah,
really,
yeah,
really
yeah,
short
yeah.
haircut and on the side. You zoom in on the picture, I'll show you it. There's literally a crumbled trail of dad's shoes through the whole school. Poor Connor.
Connor's following me around picking up my shoes.
Seriously.
Oh, that was so embarrassing.
And did you hear about last week?
Yeah, it's because he doesn't get rid of anything.
What?
You don't get rid of
I
anything.
don't certainly do.
He's being environmentally friendly.
Leaving rubber everywhere.
Thank you.
Ethan takes after you. He had a pair of shoes and he just duct taped them. He's like, "You're still good." I'm like, "You're so embarrassing. I can afford to buy you a new pair of shoes." He does not like changing the style of
They
shoe.
feel
like,
good, right?
Yes, when he gets a shoe that fits, like got to buy 10 of them because he does not like changing shoes.
Rob,
Do you have your sneakers on?
Wait, is he the engineer?
Oh.
One.
Yes.
She was
Are you
saying
like that?
Look
Good
at
balance.
his face.
Find the
Laughing at Connor's haircut.
My tenor hair. I thought of your sneakers.
Oh yeah.
Those are all from his shoes. By the end of the day, he's literally walking like this.
It was
First, you have to look at his face because he's cracking up at and pointing at Connor's hair in front of the whole gym. And now scroll down to like the floor.
Oh my god.
That is no lie.
He's so
It was like these three-inch rubber soles.
Oh.
Right? Were you walking crooked by the end of the day?
I kept my composure though.
Connor's like
It
collecting.
even looks like your feet are on the same level.
Connor's following me around picking up all these little pieces.
That
It's funny
is so
looking back on
funny.
things,
Boys, do
'cause
the hokey call yet?
I don't think so.
Oh my god, it's still
That's
fresh.
why.
I
It's
just
funny
remember
looking
at
back on
Virginia.
things because I remember
Like
going
Virginia
up
Tech
to
would come and play
Boston,
them.
and I
All these
never
Virginia
called my
Tech
parents.
people
Like these
walking
guys
on
all
campus
talk to their kids
at
all
all
the time.
years.
I was a horrible kid. I
Yeah.
never called them at all.
Well, you didn't have cell phone. Well,
Yeah, we
And
went
one
to our
weekend
first
I went up
football
to
game.
Yeah.
Kara's college.
That's pretty
And,
awesome to see that come in like
We
that.
went out
Yeah.
and we were drinking in all of these basements
Earthquake
and stuff. And we
shattering
came
and
back to your,
stomping.
what was it, a sorority?
Yeah.
house? And I'm in the living
sounds
room,
familiar.
sleeping, laying on the floor,
Yes,
and a
that's
girl
how-
comes out and says, "Is a Robert here?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." Your mom's on the phone. Like, she tracked me down at a sorority house that I've never been to before in my life. I'm like, "Oh, this is wonderful."
So embarrassing. embarrassing.
I've been into basements with Actually, you didn't make it to those basements.
No.
Just Scott and I went by ourselves.
I was so excited for you to come that I started pre-gaming before you got there.
Yeah.
Did you have to drink? When she'd play drinking games and refused to drink
No,
the
she
drinks?
was.
I was already back by the time she got to
She couldn't even go to the parties with us.
Oh my
gosh. I think you might have gone with us and then you had to
and then I had
leave.
to leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Heather drank my drinks for me. Yeah. Used to play asshole and I don't drink very often. So I'd be like,
It's precedent now, isn't it?
yeah, well, that's the PG version.
Well, they're smarter now when they do beer pong. They only put the water in the thing and you actually drink your own drink instead of the nasty, filthy. You remember that?
Yes.
Like, I think about that now where those ping pongs have been and we used to drink that.
Yeah.
Oh.
The
We
alcohol
used to
disinfected.
bob for apples.
Huh?
We used to all bob for apples. Can you
Yeah.
imagine that now?
That was fun.
That
Was
was
the good
That
old
was
days.
fun.
Was that that was the Halloween?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Halloween
Yeah.
parties.
That was
Yeah.
never
Did some
a
here.
for apples.
Yeah, I guess.
Huh?
You're drooling all over the apple. and then
Everybody's
the
putting
person
their
goes
same
and-
mouth in the water.
And the coins.
jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, the coins, right.
Yeah, but I always like the ones with the apples with a lot of coins in them. They got 75 cents.
How about the cow flaps you had to throw into the
Oh,
basket?
I remember that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
We
played
had to eat the donut off
you
the
in the
string.
backyard
Yeah.
collecting the
What was
cows.
the other thing?
thing?
Wasn't there like a glove one where you had to milk the cow?
Yeah.
We had
Yeah.
cow flaps and we had a wicker basket. We told everybody to go out and pick up some cow flat. We throw them in a wicker basket. And then the toilet horseshoe.
Yeah, the horseshoe. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember that.
Toilet seat, yeah.
No.
Toilet
Yeah, I
seats
do
like
remember
this,
that.
and we played horseshoes with them.
Yep.
Yeah.
I definitely remember the donuts.
The donuts I
On the
remember.
string.
The cider donuts?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think.
Apple, yeah.
I remember the hay rides.
Yeah.
Oh, those are fun.
Yeah, and I remember doing the little skits we always
Yes.
did.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
The skits weren't Halloween though. That was Christmas.
No,
that
Halloween,
was
because
Halloween
the Spice
too.
Girls, when we were the Spice Girls, that was
We did some at
Halloween.
Christmas, but we also did Halloween.
How
Oh,
could you
I
forget the Spice Girls with Crystal?
yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't thinking of that. I was
Oh,
thinking
okay.
of when all of us. It was more at your house. I remember specifically at Christmas. We'd always go in that room and we'd make up a little Christmas
play.
play
Yes,
a Christmas
and then
play.
perform it. Oh, you were
Christmas
too young
pageant.
then. It was before you. I'm thinking you're
Yeah.
Brian.
I don't remember.
yeah, that was before
But
you.
it was at your house.
Because we were young. We were young then. But
Yeah, we were really young.
Yeah.
I do remember the skits here though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when
the
everybody
Spice
did it. Those
Girls
were.
skit.
But the best Halloween was the one where your dad hid behind the casket.
Oh my
Scared
gosh.
everybody in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think
we
about.
we had the ghost that went down the zip line.
Yeah. At Aunt Beck's house, right? Then we did one little one out here too.
Yeah, I
We
remember
did
one
one
out
out
here.
here.
Wow, here is when we did the casket.
Yeah.
Was that what
Yeah,
you did?
yeah, it was our house. But I remember it was lip syncs, not really skits that we were doing here. And I remember Uncle Lester and Aunt Loretta, beep beep, that little car song. Remember that? They were like, beep beep. What song was that?
Little Cadillac.
Yeah, I remember them doing that here.
Nash Rambler song.
Does anybody have those on video?
I don't know. You must have those on video.
Man.
I
There was
did
no
Dolly
eight,
Parton,
no, wouldn't be
9
big.
to 5.
Eight,
Yeah.
no,
On the
we
keyboard.
don't have it.
And Alan and Scott did Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and what was the other guy's name? Tim was the tool man, and his assistant
Al.
who was smart, smarter than Tim.
And I remember us all in the car going down. I don't know. I'm not sure whose house it was at, but I remember we were all trying to remember Frosty the Snowman because we had to sing it. We were all trying to remember it in the car.
Gosh, that's funny.
Well, you were Pocahontas one year, weren't you?
That's Pocahontas, yeah. one.
You were the Chiquita Banana Lady one year.
The following
Wasn't
year.
Tanya the one in
Trash
the trash
can.